What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, goldballhunting.com. Recording this actually in the Garden City of Elko, Nevada. A nice evening stop on our way back from the Bay Area from Steamboat Springs. Guys, I don't even know what we're to talk about today. Jeff apparently has something. He wants to bat something around. I'm happy just to talk about the beauty of the West, which is, Colorado and then Utah and then Nevada. California, of course, is on fire, so whatever. But guys, hang in there with us for this episode because this could be a little crazy episode going on today. But
it's gonna be a little choppy.
Here we go. So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played in the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Brent Abel, and along with my biz partner Jeff Jacklich, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us again today. This is like totally unprepared. I usually have got like notes, and we got the whole thing here, and there's like weeks and months of notes and all this stuff, and today we got nothing. As we record this now, it may come out that this is something incredible because Jeff, I mean, look. You're dealing with power outages there in Moraga right now. We're actually recording this on Monday, the 28th of October. If this turns out, it's going to be published on Halloween, so it could be a horror show. Who knows?
Perfect.
Who knows? Episode 291. But you're dealing with fires and and your mom and dad up there in Napa and all the power outages. Lafayette Tennis Club burning down. I don't know how we got out of Steamboat Springs this morning because it was just like, it was snowing. It's been snowing. It was the heaviest snowfall on record in Steamboat Springs for the month of October. When we left this morning, the 28th, the weatherman says, well, we're not done yet. So if you want to leave, now would be the time to go. You've got a little window to go. And
get out.
Better get out. So we packed up. We left this morning. Mai left a couple hours after I did. But, man, I'm telling you, I got to that first intersection in Steamboat Springs, in downtown Steamboat Springs, and all of a sudden the light turned, and luckily there was no one in front of me who stopped in front of me because I hit the brakes, and it's one of those, the whole thing, and the Audi, the SQ5 is trying to go, what are you doing, man? I mean, you've got like your little performance tires on me. I don't know how I'm going to work with the snow and the ice in this thing. What is it out here? 7? Great, here we go. and I'm going. I didn't know whether to just gas it and go through the intersection. So I just stopped it. It just sort of barely slid and stopped about a third of the way into the intersection. And luckily I backed up a little bit, but I went, this is a great start. Good. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, it's good that you figured that out then.
Yeah. Well, and there was another intersection in it's like Vernal, Utah, where I finally it wasn't even Vernal. It was still in Colorado. But wherever it was, I just remember just going, oh man, God, here comes another stoplight. I couldn't stop, and I just goosed it, and I just got through. It was red light. If the guys pulled me over, go, hey, got me, sorry. Anyway, about 3 hours, finally dry road, so smooth sailing after that. Anyway, what's on your mind, man? What do you want to talk about?
Well, we're gonna chop through this the best we can. But my thought was this: is that as we were chatting earlier before we started recording. And that is, why are you playing tennis? Our listeners out there, why are you playing? And have you lost your way?
Here we go.
And Has the other demands of tennis taken away the joy that you were searching for when you first started? Because I think there's a lot of distraction out there right now, and players, league players and even national players alike, I think, can sometimes lose their way. And why are we doing this? I'm very clear on why I continue to love the game, why I continue to train, why I continue to want to go to national events and do that. I'm very clear about why I like it and how it feeds me, and also how I feed tennis. So for me, the path is very clear. But as I see some of my contemporaries and the league players out there, it baffles me sometimes why some of the participants are even on the court, because there's no joy there.
Yeah.
But so my question is that it's like, why are you started this journey in tennis, and I'm not talking about you, Brent. I'm talking about our listeners out there. You started this journey, and have you lost your way in the journey? And kind of like now you just kind of do tennis, you do this tennis thing, but where's the joy? Where's the like the give and the take from the game itself, which has so much to give you, and there's so much to give back into it as well. And it doesn't matter whether you're a national gold baller or a weekend player at the club. It's an exchange that goes both ways, and I think that flavor of tennis maybe has been lost out there.
Well, I
don't know. So that's the random thought running through my head.
Yeah, good. Well, so my response would be, if there's a lot of thoughts that come up for me, is a lot of players have sort of lost the innocence of what got them into tennis. And the innocence, initially was not even a novelty, just like, God, this is fun. And it's great exercise. It's super social. But at some point, something flipped. And I think that it's the competitive thing that a lot of players don't quite understand how to compete in a way where social status is not attached to it. And I think this is big in leagues. I think that clubs who are trying to attract members are advertising that they've got this national, or this regional, this sectional, these champions, and all this kind of stuff, and it kind of feeds into the ego in terms of social status, in a way that kind of takes away the joy. Look, I'll be the first to admit, I love to play the tournaments because I like to win. I like that feeling of winning. Now, sometimes I've had to stand back and take a look. Go, okay, now, well, what are you getting out of it? Why do you like to win so much? And is it just purely that you're a competitive guy, or is it there's something else? There's something else that you need from this. Is there some ego-driven reason why you need to win, or you need to compete? And it's funny that we're talking about this, because we were talking about like a couple hours ago when I was on the road. You called me up, and we were talking about the Bay Area, and I was talking about, God, the fires, man. I don't know, man. I don't even know if my home's got any value left. And we talked about the reasons that I'm there, right? I got family there, right? My kids are all there. But would I, if my kids were somewhere else, or if they would come with me, I don't know, whatever, would I stay there, and that would I give up the Berkeley Tennis Club? And I go, wow, that'd be a big chunk of not only of my past history. There's probably still an old fart at BTC that still calls me Little Brent Abel, right? So I grew up there, man. Little Brent Abel. And yet, if I was to give it up, what would I do? Well, I probably wouldn't go live in the desert for the summer. Wouldn't be down there in the summertime. I'd just be shriveled up to, nothing. Right. So what would I do? Well, whatever I would do, I would probably move somewhere where tennis would not be a priority. Remember what I said to you this afternoon, Jeff, was I think I need a new identity. or at least that would require a new identity, right? And I think that we can kind of get away from the joy of the game, which is God, the feeling of hitting a tennis ball is like the thing, right? And then you add all this other stuff, and then you've got, I mean, look, it's great exercise for some people, right? A lot of people in doubles maybe just kind of stand around. It's not great exercise, but it's very social, right? And then there's a competitive outlet. But so what are you suggesting by asking the question? Is there is it like a rhetorical question?
Well, the question
like people kind of examine. I mean, because look,
that's really It's a question about examining. Like, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, so the last couple of weeks, I think we even talked about this. I put a couple emails out there asking people about, or players, what it is about their topspin forehand that they can't quite figure out. And then I sort of followed up with, well, what would you type into YouTube, which is a search engine? What would you type into YouTube in terms of your topspin forehand? And the stuff that I got back was, to me, very unrelated to actually moving the needle forward to sort of win more matches. Where the thought was, well, wait a minute, if I know how to do this thing on my forehand, then, I mean, it was all, look, I'll be honest, to me it felt like these are all things that are attached to social status. If I know how to do this thing, then I look like so-and-so. Then I look like the modern game. Then I look like, which had nothing to do with, well, dude,
right.
Don't you want to win more of your singles and doubles matches? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay. That thing you're talking about has nothing to do with you winning matches.
Right.
I don't know if that's why you were bringing this up, but
well, I mean, part of it is just the question for me is just simply, are you we all start this game for a whole host of various reasons, either as a junior or as a college player. You're just a student at a college and you play intramural tennis because it looked like fun, and you took some classes. And you can play, good social tennis, and it's fun. And then now you have a full-time job, and you decided, hey, the league thing, so you got involved in that because it started out as fun. But now here we are 5, 10, 15 years later, and are you on this treadmill thing of tennis, and have you lost your way? It's just, are you gleaning out of the game what's available for you, what it has for you, or have you lost your way? And is it, I guess that's the basic question.
Okay,
because it does need to be examined. Like, why are we doing it?
Okay,
why are they doing it?
So what if someone sends you an email, says, Jeff, man, I really connected with episode 291 on Halloween, on the horror show episode, and yeah, I've kind of lost my way. It's kind of a horror show right now. Jeff, what should I do to kind of get the love back for the game?
I think I'd have to ask a lot of questions first, to figure out why did you start? What are you doing right now? Is it still interesting to you? And do you have something in mind that's always been there that you kind of let go of this idea of where you wanted to take your tennis? Because it's been overshadowed by other things, and so I think, got to probe some questions in there and then say, okay, so let's make a new plan about what that looks like on how to get to where you'd like to be with the game. And that could be, and it could be anything. It could be, I'd really like to get back to just playing on Saturday morning with the guys for an hour and a half. Okay. If that's your joy, if that's where the real joy lies for you, then 100% that's what you should be doing, without a doubt. Even though you and I specialize in helping, national players and playing high performance senior tennis, Listen, I'm the first guy to admit, and I've played untold hours of hit and giggle member social tennis on a Saturday morning and had unbelievable amounts of fun doing it. I'm not this guy that says, and I know you're not either, that, we don't do that kind of thing. Just because we happen to coach in this area and teach in this area. I learned tennis as a family sport. So for me, just being on the tennis court is a fantastic place to be. I just like being at the court. And so if that's the one end of the scale, and the other end of the scale is, Jeff, I really think I'd like to try and achieve a national title. Okay. So what are you doing right now? Let's see what's going on, and let's see if we can create a path for you. But I think there's so much distraction out there now that I think a lot of players have lost their way.
Well, it sounds like
finding what is their joy? Where's their joy in it?
Yeah, and I think I look at a lot of the senior players who are playing tournaments, and I think most everyone's got a pretty healthy, how do you say this? A pretty healthy relationship with their competitive desire to enter tournaments. I mean, it took me
I would agree with that.
It took me a long time to accept. Look, you're going to lose some matches, man. It's just going to happen, and that doesn't mean anything about it doesn't mean anything about your value as a
right.
human being, right? You're going to lose some. Everyone. I mean, all the top guys lose matches too. But on the way up, you are going to lose some matches, and it doesn't mean anything. And I think it's more prevalent. Probably what you're talking about is with league tennis. Is that there's more social status crap and garbage associated with league tennis that I think can take away the joy of why people play.
Yeah.
So, look. And I see it all the time. I see these league guys, and look, I'm a league guy. I've played. I'm on a league right now, right? We're actually to go play this thing in Orlando in February, and I love doing it. But it's not the end of the frickin' world to me. And sometimes these things are like, come on, guys, we got to go win. We got to beat San Pablo. We do? How come?
Really?
Right. I mean, you put me in the lineup, I'm going to go out there and bust my hump to do everything I can to win. But at the end of the day, if I don't win, is anyone paying me? Am I? No. It's a game, guys. It's just a game. So, yeah, I think a lot of players lose perspective for lots of reasons. Either it's social status reasons, it's self-worth reasons. It's man, there's a lot of deep reasons. I mean, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
I think maybe the question arose for me just based on the last few weeks, of being back in California here and being in touch with my, some of the players from Berkeley Tennis Club who are, on the national road of trying to be in the hunt, and some new players who are now part of the GBH kind of private coaching team, and having those guys be inspired to say, like, no, I do play some league tennis, but that seems like a really cool thing to try to do. And so I think maybe it was born out, just maybe some of the subconscious for me is like watching these players who now have this vision of something greater that's really their own personal pursuit, and it's not being hampered by a lot of external voices about,
well, look, I mean that's part of our job, Jeff, is to help free up these guys to be able to play. I mean, sure, we've got a few 3.5 tournament guys who are just getting started. But we've also got others, and we've got we got some 5-0s in there, and our job is to help free them up so that they can get away from all the voices, get away from all the mental crap in there, so that they can play at the highest range in their skill level, right? So,
right.
Well, good topic, good good topic. Happy Thanksgiving. I mean, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Halloween.
Happy Thanksgiving. Did we talk that long?
That's right. We talked for a whole month. Oh God Almighty. Okay, it was a long day in the car. All right. So look, well, good stuff, guys. Listen, if you're struggling at all with the reason why you're playing the game, give us we'd love to get on a call with you. We've got we're still offering a free coaching call, 10, 12, 15 minute, whatever it is. And, in this topic, it might take longer.
Whatever.
Who knows? But free private call, just go over to goldballhunting.com, drop in a first name and email address, click the button, and you get access to our online calendar scheduler. You can cherry pick a date and time that works best for you. Jeff, what do we want to find folks to do right now?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com.
Goldball dot. Very nice.
Goldball.hunting.com. ...
That's right.
Spread the word any way you can. Spray paint it on a building, whatever. Goldballhunting.com.
Graffiti. That's great. That's great. Now all the owners of buildings are coming to us and go, guys, graffiti, really? Okay. Guys, with that, get out there today. Help someone else have a great day. Jeff, we'll try this again tomorrow.
Can't wait.